everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. It's good to see everyone again. I wanted to just take a minute and talk about something that a lot of counselors in private practice are doing, and I'll tell you why it's maybe not such a great idea. So I hear a lot of counselors provide, a free consultation prior to meeting with a client. And that sounds like a good thing in theory. That's very appealing to clients. I get it. But there are a few reasons why that's maybe not such a great idea. So the client typically will ask if they can have a free consultation to see if they and the counselor are a good fit for one another. So the typical length of a consultation is only about 10 or 15 minutes. That's not a real long time to get to really know somebody or to get a feel for how you're going to vibe with them. So that's reason number one. I think that's a very compelling reason in and of itself. It's hard to size somebody up, whether you're the client or the counselor. It's very hard to size somebody up in 10 to 15 minutes. The next reason and maybe the more compelling reason that I don't offer free consultations initially is because that when you do that, like when you offer a free consultation, it has to be limited to discussion of non-clinical topics. So we can't, during that time, we can't talk about what brings you to counseling, what's been going on in your life. We can't talk about any kind of interventions that might help you, because that actually creates a therapist-client relationship. That creates, a legal relationship. So typically, if you have a free consultation with somebody, it's going to be limited only to discussion of things like, what are your practice's policies? What are expectations as far as cost and things like that? Which, most counselors have that information on their website, in their intake documents that you fill out prior to your first session, on their YouTube channel, etc. So you usually get most of that information through those media. But generally speaking, I think the main reason that consultations are not a good idea is that it creates the risk of a potential therapist-client relationship before those documents are even signed. The documents saying, I'm going to be your therapist, you're going to be my client, here's what each of us are going to do. So it creates risk for the therapist, it creates risk for the client. It's generally just a lose-lose type of situation. So I might encourage, anybody who is considering, possibly working with me, please check out my YouTube channel. There's a link on my Facebook to that. Check out my website. It's linked to my Facebook and my LinkedIn profiles as well. It's www.briansharpcounseling.com. I generally, just to kind of let you know, I think, generally speaking, a good rule of thumb is that, have 5 or 6 sessions with a therapist. See how you feel after those 5 or 6 sessions. And then make a decision. I think sometimes, it takes time to get to know people, whether you're the therapist or you're the client. It's hard to size somebody up in 10 to 15 minutes, or sometimes even in an hour. So really give it 5 or 6 sessions to kind of see how you feel with them, what you like or not like about them. And I always encourage my clients, I have an open door policy. I'm always open to feedback, so I actively encourage that. If there's something that you particularly love about our work, or you don't feel is working as well, I want to hear about it, so that we can kind of adjust course. Um, but yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Feel free to comment below. Um, and just as I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me via email at Brian, that's Brian, at mindfulvisioncounseling.com. You can contact me through my email. You can contact me through my Facebook page, or visit me online at briansharpcounseling.com. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye for now.